As a Hayden Kennedy, Brian Sheehan and Scott McLaren, and we are set to go. Carlton will play in the finals. We'll know later today if Richmond will join them. Round 22 at the G. Out of the middle, no one clear, but you can bet your bottom dollar that Brett Ratton will be at the bottom of that engine room. It's where he spends so much of his time and has been so effective, and with him is Wayne Campbell.
Malcolm, already Matthew Allen playing up forward for the Blues.
Yeah, interesting that, Dipper. Just looking back there, Whitnall moving out to centre half forward, Allen back to full forward, David Burke with a job on him.
Mark Porter doing the ruck work in the middle. Porter to go again. Still in the centre. Slam down, but no, again, not able to get clear. Campbell this time's at the bottom.
Interesting, Sandy, the centre bounce Ratton, of course. Franchina and Freeborn in for that first bounce, and they're still there. It's probably Franchina to run with someone. Freeborn an unlikely one, really.
So Matty Knight's doing some jostling.
Yeah, Freeborn's got Daffy, and Franchina, I would say, would have Campbell.
This time Porter gets a hand to it, but it was Broderick who threaded the hand pass through. The Tigers a chance to go high. Up towards Holland at half forward. Almost took the one-hander. Not held long enough, so play on and they do. They come wide towards Fletcher. Carlton will clear and propel forward. Fletcher's kick up towards Hamill. He's got to do it from behind. And it's not good enough. Holloway takes the mark. Been a question mark over his fitness. Perhaps some more of a question mark over that kick. Hume at the bottom. Can't get it out clearly. Gale worked hard with Daffy off to Burke. Burke's got Broderick on centre wing. Broderick's got some time and some space. He'll swing onto the left foot and spear a pass in towards Joel Bowden, who marks on 50.
He's tumbled over twice then, just to try and pitch another metre inside 50.
He wants to play on, but he's got to come back and kick over his mark. Such a shame for Tiger fans because he kicked the goal. Now, go back and do it from a set shot.
He's been in the pool, Dennis. Tumble turns early.
Know all about those. Well, I think I do.
Bowden to shoot from just outside 50. Hasn't missed a game this year for the Tigers. Has been pretty good. And can kick a goal. Going for goal number 20 for the season. Kicking from just outside 55 metres. The distance will test the left footer. Looks pretty good. Right to the line. Big pack of players slammed over the back by Silvani. And the first score of the day.
Tigers bench, and now Dean Rice. A gnarled warrior goes in short. This is McKay, short of half back, and play on, swings it out wide. Not a particularly good kick, but a very clever mark taken by Franchina, running with the flat of the ball. Hickmott pulls it back towards half forward. Hamill just forward of the wing. Camporelli inside the centre square, lacking support, sweeping hand pass. Franchina's run on, comes back to Hamill, 70 metres from goal, sets it up high. They'll contest about 30 metres out. Big leap Porter, knocked away by Burke, taken by Kellaway. He was taken high, he'll get the free kick. Kellaway, a very good season. Swings it wide to accommodate Burke. Tivendale is running up the ground. Burke, though, sets sail around the outer side. Now spots Tivendale, pulls it back towards the middle. Tivendale can run onto this ball and charge down to half forward. He's normally a thumping kick. 52 metres out. He's wide of the mark. Rogers going back. And Rogers has taken the mark in the pocket. Rogers spots a man in the square. Hangs a long time in the air. Campbell fell over. And the moment has passed. Ratton comes out of the back pocket.
Ratton has a little time. He's got Hickmott on half back and finds him. Thought about popping it over the top to Freeborn, but then goes wider to Camporelli on the other wing. Crowd continuing to pour in, over 75,000 now up towards Hamill and Co. Gale is there. Porter also, the big men contesting. Comes out wide towards Freeborn again. He runs into trouble in the form of Craig Bitterscombe and will have a bounce on the outer side.
Interesting play that, wasn't it, from Rogers? I mean, he's been a goal kicker. The kick just travelled too far, but they're the chances that Richmond are going to have to take and make every post a winner to get the win that they want.
Yeah, he's kicked 37 goals this season. You perhaps would have thought he may have gone back and had a shot. Not to be. Just in Carlton's attacking zone. Belted down to Campbell. This time he does get a harried kick. Some shepherding may give the Tigers the chance through Mark Chaffey, but he's claimed. Well done by Camporelli. Down on all fours. Chaffey will go again, but it's belted out of his hands in towards the centre. Some tense moments here and some nervous players. They go for through Beaumont. Simon Beaumont's kick up towards Whitnell. Could have got a shove. Hilton's at the back. Should tidy up. First one way, then the other. Breaks back short. It's going to be okay. Finds Craig Bitterscombe and he runs away from half back.
Kick start towards the wing. Mansfield got a fist on it. Maybe should have taken the mark. Holland feeds it back. Bowden can't get there. It's out of bounds. So a boundary throw in on the wing. Few nerves showing for the Tigers. To be expected all week. They've been thinking about this game. Their future riding on it. The stakes so high. They lead by a point. Tossed in. Tapped down by Gale. Taken strongly down was Campbell. We get the free kick. Taken over the shoulder. He started pretty well. Goes back quite deep towards the middle. And the run of Burke again. Through centre half back. Looking. Now he stops. Plenty of indecision. And he's gone too far. He bounced it once. That's interesting. The umpire pointing back to where he started. No doubt about that, but he had a bounce in there somewhere.
And Campbell's just trying to get his nose wiped at the moment, Dennis. He's got a blood nose, so just before the umpire sees it.
That's a fair run, isn't it? All things considered. Short pass comes out wide. This is Hume from Hickmott. He's about 70 metres from goal. Pops it inside the 50, and it's taken by Silvani a long way up the ground. Stephen Silvani will kick from outside the 50 against the boundary line. Just under 15 minutes remaining in the opening term. This will test Silvani. There's the kick. Not a bad effort. It's bending back beautifully. The veteran. Inspirational.
Well, the first goals come from the most unlikeliest source. Although adept at kicking goals, moved up forward many times in his career, of course, and this was just well worked. Young Burke just running too far with the footy, and we see the kick there from Franchina. That's a good kick. Not quite as hard as it looks. It's quite a nice open goal from there. Lovely kick.
Silvani getting the first goal. He's been a goal kicker throughout his career. This season has been somewhat quieter. That's just his fifth. Porter stands his ground but was beaten. An attempted soccer out of the ground by Franchina. Back to Porter, off to Freeborn. Carlton out of the middle again. Down towards Whitnell. Gasper is right there with him. Hume is lurking for the Blues and he's very quick to apply the tackle. Whitnell so too is caught. The ball is held and there will be a bounce according to umpire Scott McLaren.
Gasper a bit stiff there. Held a long time.
It's a great little matchup, that, isn't it? Those two both had very good seasons.
Yep.
Whitnell and Gasper.
Allen this time doing the ruck work down, looking towards Hume. Tries to get clear, just paddling the ball along in front of him. Eventually clearing was Tivendale, off to Campbell. Campbell, a high punt up towards centre wing. Difficult one to grab in the swirling breeze. McKay's had an outstanding season for Carlton. One of his best. Down towards left half forward. Campbell went in hard again. Knights was there. Franchina has infringed and he'll take it. Matty Knights, the 10th longest serving Tiger, 238 games, equal now with Mervyn Kane, who's a great player for the yellow and black. This is Brad Ottens on the outer wing. Ottens in towards a fairly congested half forward. Here's a chance for Bowden. First one way, then the other. He gets caught and loses at the bottom of the pack. Freeborn, a real terrier.
Sandy, all the Carlton players have pushed down. That's why you'll see these Richmond players dwelling with the footy. They certainly have flood. No one inside 50 at the opposite end of the ground.
Great work by Mark Porter. A lot of energy displayed there. Bounce just outside the attacking 50 from Hayden Kennedy. Plenty of tall timber about for the Tigers. Ottens wins it down. Broderick falling to the ground, back to Ottens, hurriedly kicks inside the 50. James is in front. Manton reaches over the top, got a fist on it. James comes out with a tackle by Manton, socket off the ground by Holland, and it trickles through for a behind. Carlton lead by 4 points. The early going from the MCG on a wonderful day. Danny Frawley.
Pretty much as you expect too, Dennis, isn't it? It's pretty tight at the moment. There's not a lot of free-flowing footy.
Franchina goes back. Silvani, McKay, Carlton okay. McKay towards the middle. Houghton, he can run. Ratton, outside him Hume. Hume has to stop. Now he's got a problem. Not always the best kick in the world, but that's very good. That is very good. And the mark taken only 15 metres out by Porter. I brought the best out of it.
And the flow was pretty good then too. From that kickoff, it was a bit of chancy, but certainly just enough depth, and Porter obviously got behind Kellaway.
He started very well, Mark Porter. So a chance to increase the lead. And every goal and every score counts against the Tigers this afternoon. Porter kicks the goal.
It's been interesting watching him come back into the side, forced upon him by Matthew Allen's injury. And I agree with you, Dennis. You'd forgotten he hadn't played that much. You'd forgotten actually what he was basically like. But I mean, he is an improving type. He's nice and tall, big, hasn't got a bad pair of hands, and what's more important, he is a competitor. He looks to be a natural to me. So it's a great acquisition to this team.
Playing just his 30th game of senior footy. Mark Porter gets his first goal, and Carlton has a 10-point lead. Back in the middle again. Allen having a run. Gale was looking for Knights, didn't find him. Beaumont instead found Ratton. Ratton swings it out of the middle. The master in the engine room comes back in towards half forward. A pretty congested area too. Big pack of players. Now the race is on at the back. Cameron trying to get away from Whitnell. Leon Cameron gives a little ground, but it's going to be okay as he finds Craig Bitterscombe wider to the outer side. Dangerous here because Beaumont got a hand to it, but that was all. Here's Holland. Giving it away quickly to Chaffee. Kicks back towards the centre. The Tigers desperate for an early opening goal. Rory Hilton can't get clear. Beautiful tackle. Three balls away. The advantage is paid. And Carlton go down towards half forward and Beaumont. He'll swing onto the left foot 60 metres out. Carlton doing the bulk of the attacking. Gale drops back and takes a timely mark on the last line of defence.
Benny Gale off his step. Goes out wide. Bowden in the back pocket in the bright sunshine. Sends play up towards the wing. Coming across Mansfield. He's mastered that this afternoon.
Yeah, a couple of times Dennis could have marked the ball there, but just prefers to keep the ball out in front of him.
Safety first. Carlton bench. Time remaining. And the lead. A game within a game this afternoon. The magic number for the Tigers now is 30 plus 10. 40. Down goes Ratton. Bounce down towards right half forward. Always good with the maths, Malcolm. You look at me like that. Just explaining my logic. Yes. Backhanded down by Gale, taken by Knights off his knee. Interesting call. Out of bounds. Boundary throw in then. Matthew Knights. Carlton making a good start. The pressure right on the Tigers. And of course their fans around the country. Gale in front, Porter from behind. Gale decisively. Ratton goes to ground. The ball in there somewhere, and it's not coming out.
Just they've had a few attacks, Carlton, and the few balls have gone over the back into their forward line. It's almost as though they need that smaller player to run to the back of the pack. The midfielders cover good ground. Camp early, that get to the contest at the front, and they've just wasted a few opportunities. Sometimes you've actually got to cheat a little bit in the forward line, don't you, and take a chance over the back.
Porter and Gale again. Gale trying to just palm with the left hand. Knights wanted to run at it. Broderick almost threw it out of the pack towards Kellaway. Needs someone going past. Knights taken high, although he did duck his head. So play on is the call. Fletcher gives it to Camporelli. Carlton go towards Beaumont, running with the flight of the ball and tucked deep in the pocket. Got to try and swing round and give it back. Loses it, however, to Hilton, and Gasper will clear. He comes away from half back and finds Mark Chaffee almost in the middle of the ground. Caught by Hamill. Caught. Beautiful tackle. Hamill plays on. He too gets claimed. The Tigers may get out of trouble yet through Ottens. Ottens kicks towards half forward. Carlton have the numbers. They had Allen at the back as well. Rice flicks out the hand pass and they're going to get out of trouble. Back towards Camporelli on centre wing. He's got to beat two as well. Camporelli goes. Burke comes in over the top. So too Hickmott there as well, and Franchina and Campbell. And we've got a bounce on centre wing.
Yeah.
Yes, watch this replay. Been a master at that, at actually just lifting the guy's shoulder up as he comes. And over the years has been played many a free kick, but umpire actually didn't fall for it then.
Bounce on the wing. Ottens reaches over the top. Down to Rory Hilton from the wing. Hooks it very high. Down towards half forward. Silvani comes across and takes a classic. Eyes only for the footy. Had to run about 35 metres to mark it. It hung in the air a long time. It bought him some time, and he got there. Silvani short. This is Houghton in his defensive 50 now. Back to Silvani, and Silvani runs up towards the wing, prods it towards the wing. Not a good kick. Knights in front of the charging Hamill. A strong grab. Matthew Knights looks towards the middle. James offers a lead. He ignores that. Poor kick though. It wanders down towards half forward. At the back of the pack. Glorious opportunity for Broderick, but the whistle has gone. Ratton in the back. Well, he stood his ground. He knows no other way, Brett Ratton. Yeah, that's in the back. No doubting that. Silvani again. He's kicked the goal. McKay. Hickmott is breaking towards the outer side. That's the direction the kick takes. Hilton charges across, gets a fist on it, and thumps it defiantly over the boundary line. Throw in.
Yes, Matthew Knights and Michael Mansfield running together. They've changed in the centre with Daffy and Freeborn. So Knights just starting to get his hands on the footy.
Matty Lappin, you could see, biding his time on the bench with under 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Freeborn. Oh, up towards half forward, but there's a wall of yellow and black, and in that wall was David Burke, able to clear. They come wide towards the half back line. Ty Zantuck's come on for his first run. Zantuck kicks it towards centre wing. Rice almost gave a nudge at the back. Mansfield, the look away hand pass to Houghton as well. A somewhat tentative bounce. He gets caught from behind, but he does get rid of it towards Hume, who blazes away at goal and kicks it out of bounds on the full. Tigers finding scoring difficult at the moment. Burke on the outer side. Kicks towards centre wing. Rory Hilton is his man. Hickmott tried to flick it out the back. Camporelli is there as well. Benny Gale working hard for a big man. Almost intercepted his own teammate. Holland gets the hand pass clear. On his rump was Greg Tivendale. He recovers. A Cryer ball goes up. Houghton tries to control it. An attempted soccer off the ground. It comes to Hume. Hilton's got him. It's tough. A high tackle surely against Scott Camporelli, and Campbell will take it. And Camporelli not happy. Plays on. Cryer ball. Otten's over the top. It is tough and hard as you would expect. Oh, beautifully done as Freeborn comes away. Carlton out of trouble. Whitnell is the target. He's got him. Gets the hand pass clear. Mansfield 50 metres from home. Goes for goal and kicks it for the Blues.
What about Ratton?
Oh, well. That's called pinching it. What a steal. He's had a marvellous season, hasn't he? The kick from Freeborn was good too, and then to give it to the running left footer, it all worked perfectly as soon as Brett Ratton stole it out of his pocket. Great team goal.
So the margin 16 points, and the Tigers still to get their opening goal. And they'd be well aware of that. They needed the fast start. They haven't got it. They'll have to come from behind. Knights in there, it spills wide. Chance for Hilton. Can't control it initially. Knights arrives, back to Hilton. He's forward of the wing, under pressure, pushed off the kick. Well done by Hickmott. Mansfield back to Hickmott, rewarded for the hard work. He kicks towards half-forward, poor effort. Mark is taken by Gale. Runners outside, squares the ball. Burke giving a lot of run. Tracking it out towards right half-back. Tivendale is on for the short one. Burke again. Undecided, swings it back, finds Kellaway. Kellaway to Gaspar. They're far from convincing. Gaspar, right half-back up towards the wing. The angle important here. Camporelli gets across and knocks it out of bounds.
Malcolm, you thought that maybe Carlton needs some smaller players up forward. Now Humer's come off the ground and Favola now playing full forward, and Houlihan looks like coming on as well.
Yeah, look, you're right, Dipper. I just think that Matthew Allen and Porter, although Porter's kicked a goal, Burke's been able to run off both of them and cause some problems.
Porter to Freeborn. A high ball up towards Allen. Blues first to recover here. Whitnell gets clear, puts the old foot on the accelerator and goes for goal and gets it. The Blues sneaking away here at the MCG with a 4-goal start in the opening term.
Can be a cruel game. Gas was burst away beautifully before and the kick didn't find the target. And isn't it funny, on the way back, guess who kicked the goal? His opposition player. There's another ball getting over the back. It certainly is a day for that. Good defenders sometimes push forwards under the ball. But a wonderful finish there from Lance Whitnell.
Already this is very dangerous for the Tigers then, that magic number. Out to 52 points now. Back in the centre, Gale, clean possession. Wrestled by Porter, held in, says the umpire. He'll bounce it. 24-2.
Dennis, Adrian Hickmott, I know he kicked poorly before, but he is actually the work rate barometer around the centre of the ground. He tackles, chases, works really hard.
Wonderful player. Loose ball in the middle. Tivendale, a hurried kick inside the attacking 50. In front, Holland almost. Chaffee back to goal. Knights, here's their chance. Matthew Knights kicks and kicks truly. They're first.
Well, Michael Mansfield got one. His opponent just a short while ago. Now Matthew Knights returns a compliment. And it's really fumble forward. You see Mansfield there stop. Just stop and watch the ball, spectated rather than run forward. And there's his opponent now. Got 10 metres on him. He closed it down to 5, but not enough.
Matthew Allen now off the ground. Burke was also off the ground. Vardy is on for Burke and Lappin on for Allen.
Thank you, Dipper. Porter wins it out of the centre. And that lift the Tigers for another challenge with 4.5 minutes remaining. They certainly need a couple more. Here's Lappin, fresh man on the ground, but he goes to ground with Hilton over the top of him. There will be a bounce. 24 plays 8, Carlton leading. 4 straight they've got on the board. 4 individual goal kickers, Silvani, Whitnell, Mansfield and Porter. Gale contesting with Porter, pushes to the line.
Sandy, just as Robert Dipier Domenico said, with Allen going off, I mean, he hasn't played a lot of footy too, so it might have been a predetermined plan rather than what his actual form was.
Next to him, Fraser Brown, awaiting his chance in a topsy-turvy season for Brown as well. Freeborn, a tackler. Ball spills free eventually towards Tivendale. Around the body he comes to centre wing, out of the shadows, coming over the top unsuccessfully. Chaffee.
Just the way this breeze is, Malcolm, I mean, the perfect spot to kick a goal from here is a 50-metre line. Anything over that, the ball is certainly going to travel over, you know. So it's better for the smaller players.
Yeah.
From the throw in on centre wing, it's Campbell who takes the crumbs. Goes towards left half forward. Holland was his target, but he's out bustled by Houghton. McKay gives it to Ratton. Ratton wants and finds the boundary line. True centre wing spot. Tiger fans nervous. Scoreboard at the moment not looking good for them. As Dennis said, they wanted a flying start. They haven't got it. Maybe Daffy can give some something here. He kicks down towards left half forward. McKay gets an awkward bounce. Rice was okay to Houghton, back to McKay. Clever kick. Just landing and bouncing inside the line before spinning away from Adrian Hickmott.
Just interesting move that Danny Frawley's done. Ty Zantuck's actually playing on Brett Ratton. I mean, it's a big ask, but what a great lesson and a great learn.
Yes.
If you're going to get something out of the game, you may as well play on the best. Having said that,
Ratton started very well. 9 possessions. One great steal, setting up a goal from half back. Now free kick is going to Campbell, or is it Knights? Either two. Campbell is at left half forward. Kellaway offers a lead at the moment on the forward line. The kick inside the 50. Silvani leads back in the race. Houlihan breaking for him to the outer side. Meters in the clear. Will it stay in? It does. Houlihan looks up, kicks down towards half forward, knocking away down there. Vardy played it pretty well. Favola with him. 2 up-and-comers and a boundary throw in down towards left half forward. 24 plays 8, approaching quarter time. 2.5 minutes out. And Carlton, after 3 consecutive losses, playing hard this afternoon. Otten's in front, clean possession, knocked away, scrambles towards the boundary line in front of Beaumont. Still he goes. Beaumont picks it up, throws it on the boot. In front, Whitnell. The advantage of playing in front. Gaspar step for step, but Whitnell claimed front spot.
He's in the perfect spot, Dennis, to kick this goal. With the breeze coming in front of the goal, just put the ball in front of him and it'll blow right through.
It will inhale the ball. Malcolm. There goes the kick. Breathing too deeply. They're behind.
Dipper, I always believe here, you never give the goals away, no matter what the wind feels. You get that protection. Whenever you give the goals away, I think you end up kicking badly. You lose confidence very quickly.
Spot on there, Malcolm. But as Silvani did, he just put the ball out in front of the goal square, and then the breeze did it.
Cameron, 25-8. High ball towards the wing. Ottens couldn't rake it in. It comes back to him, to Daffy. Daffy breaks away, kicks to half forward. Knights, he's 60 metres out. Knights into Mines as he played on. No, he hasn't. Man came over the mark. He's pulled back by the umpire. Knights goes towards the pocket. Chaffee getting in behind the defence. He can't reach it. It bounces tantalisingly away from him, out of bounds in the forward pocket.
Just over 90 seconds remaining in the quarter. Carlton leading 4-1 to 1-2. Deep in Richmond's attacking zone. Was there a shove? Camporelli plays on, kicks it high, back towards the centre. All Tigers. Kellaway takes the mark. 65 metres out. Just the 1 goal for Richmond, scored by Matthew Knights. And Kellaway kicking into a minefield. Goes short, finding Ottens, who gets the all clear from the umpire that he did hold it. Still 55 out. But he's going for home. Good looking kick in towards full forward. Porter got a hand to it. And 1 behind is the end result.
He was in 2 minds to kick that. I mean, they're looking for the ball to move closer to the goals, but if it had gone back, I thought we might have made that distance.
And interesting, what's your decision? A half volley or a mark?
I think there might have been some grass in the fingernails, certainly, and a touch on the ball.
However, that is history. This is Porter caught. Knights may get another chance here. This time he gets the hand pass clear. Centering kick is going to be okay. Still with Ottens. He puts them inside 50. They need a mark and they've got it. Aaron James back into the side this week.
Silvani a bit stiff too. The umpire kept him out of it. He upended Hayden Kennedy.
Silvani still asking the question and chatting with said umpire now.
Endangered species, the umpires. Gavin Dorr down yesterday.
Yes.
Stephen Handley last week. This flooding creates a lot of traffic backwards and forwards, and the umpires sitting ducks. He's going for the mark, says Stephen.
Big kick for Richmond. And we consider what the equation is for them today. What a bonus it would be with a goal after the siren. Just their second for the quarter. 46 metres. And he's done it for the Tigers after the siren. James kicks his first, his 10th goal for the year. And they close the gap. Now, there you can see the umpire Hayden Kennedy getting in the way of Stephen Silvani. Nothing can be done about that now. It is quarter time here at the MCG. Richmond Gatherers won. Their job is a little tougher now than it was at the start of the game. Carlton leads 4 goals 1, 25. Richmond 2-3-15. His son and the Blues. So we're just about set to go for the second quarter. Mansfield and Allen on the bench. And Carlton going into the second quarter with a 10-point lead. Swirling breeze here at the MCG, but a sunny winter's day. Bounce is not a good one, although eventually it comes to Benny Gale. He gives it to his teammate in Broderick, who kicks down towards the half-forward line. Chopped off, however, by Manton. Gives it away quickly to Freeborn and goes short to the half-back line where Hickmont is lurking. Takes the mark. He's got McKay running. Carlton's away. Andy McKay looks up towards the half-forward line. Whitnell was a target too far underneath the ball. Coming steaming out was Favola. Gives it away quickly. It's still inside 50. Whitnell doing the shepherding. Comes to him now. Gasper's got him locked up. And there will be a bounce just inside 50 for Carlton.
Interesting play, that, isn't it? I mean, it's great team play, but it's another possession when someone's closer to goal than the bloke you're going to give it to. I mean, it
wasn't spot on either, was it?
No, it probably made it look worse, but gee whiz, if you're running towards goal and you're 40 metres out, 45.
Gale wins it to Campbell, who kicks towards the half-back line. Whitnell was trying to get it to Camporelli. He's now forced to apply the tackle. Very important in these opening couple of minutes of the second quarter. If Richmond continue to close the gap, they can set themselves up for a real challenge in the second half. Still on right half forward for Carlton. Porter and Gale go at it. Camporelli hurriedly towards Ratton with one hand poked down. Bowden couldn't get away cleanly. Little Soccer is clear. Here's an opportunity now. Big chance for Brendan Favola. Unable to take advantage. One behind. He's somewhat erratic in front of goal. 16 goals, 20. It was certainly on song last week, kicking 8 against the Northern Bull Ants, thus getting a recall.
Gale gets it from Bowden. Is it left half back towards the wing, tailor-made for McKay to come over the top, and he does exactly that. Chaffee in front, but Chaffee's getting the free kick. Well, he's a bit fortunate there. McKay putting a fist on it, but he interfered, says the umpire. Well, that's marginal. On the way down, Chaffee towards half forward, off hands, taken by Brown. Hand passes towards the boundary. It's out of bounds. Carlton by 11 points early in the second term.
It's fair luxury too with Fraser Brown, isn't it? If he can get some more game time this week, it's only going to stand him in good stead for next week.
Absolutely. Final sort of player. Freeborn knocks it towards the boundary. Kellaway at close quarters. Knights to Campbell, going nowhere. Escorted across the line by Aaron Hamill. It's a free kick though. Coming back to Knights. So Knights down towards left half forward. Kicks well inside the 50. Whitnell launched himself from behind. Coming across behind that pack still deeper is Houghton. Played it very well. McKay running out of territory. They're playing in a phone box out there. Down goes Whitnell. And eventually, well deliberate, says the umpire. The Tigers getting a good run on the outer side. Watch this again. Well, I suppose
where else
technically, yeah, that's right. Where else indeed? Darren Gaspar has this ball. He'll kick from just outside the 50. Doesn't kick too many goals. Silvani got one from about here. Can he match his opposing defender? No, it fell well in short. Coming away is McKay. McKay, long kick towards the centre. Clever mark by Kellaway. Stood his ground. Reached over the top to take it. Hume, amongst about 4 Tigers, dropped the mark. He got to the right spot. Still a half chance for Hume applying pressure, but numbers tell the story. Cameron finds Gale. He can go on 65 metres out, kicks it towards the pocket, intended for Rogers or Bowden down there. Bowden flew, coming in as Otten's played it pretty well, stifled a hand pass, but no support. Silvani pulls it back towards the middle. Franchina, interesting hand pass. Rice in trouble, falling to the ground, managed to get it away. Brown under pressure. The hand pass a little untidy. Ratton through the middle. That's better. Clinical. Franchina pulls it back. Favola's taken the mark. They had to work hard, but eventually they regained their poise. And now Favola will kick from the 50.
Joel Bowden coming off. Looks like a hand injury here. I'll keep you up to date with it.
Bowden on the lead moments ago in the forward pocket at the opposite end. And after he missed the ball, Carlton have got the ball to Favola. And here he is from 52 metres out, gets it very high. It's not a bad effort. It bounces through. Can you believe it? Whitnell very strong on the line.
Well, indeed he was. Lovely high kick too. He gave it every chance. Sat it up, and terrific shepherding on the line as we look at Bowden here coming at the ball, and the ball's actually hit him on top of the finger. Just got a little swipe from the Carlton player as we look at this high kick up in the air forever, and then Whitnell with great strength taking Gasper to the ground.
Bowden getting some work done on that finger. Favola in the meantime has his first goal. Carlton a steadier. Porter out of the middle. Brown couldn't get clear. Beaumont tried to storm his way through, unsuccessful. Look at the tackle of Brown. Superb as he locks that ball up, and there'll be another bounce. You've got a fair engine room when you've got Brown and Ratton firing on all fours.
They're going to need to be in good form too with Koutafidis out, Bradley out.
Yeah. Porter again got his hand to it. Franchina tried to get it out, so too did Hilton. Brown locking it up once more. Eventually chipped out the back. Tackling by Hume and Camberelli will see that ball remain in the vicinity.
I'm really going to be interested to see when Matthew Allen comes back on again. You know, he's off at the moment, and just see how much game time they can get him today.
Still in the middle. Gale this time wins it, and they break through Daffy down towards half forward, but McKay too strong. Had a vintage year as he goes off to Silvani, pops one over the top to accommodate Adrian Hickmott. They've got the runners now. This is Fletcher coming up towards half forward. Whitnell and Gasper both there. Hilton, Fletcher again, took a dive, tried to tunnel ball it out the back door towards Brown, and Hilton eventually takes it to the line.
Well, every boo's deserved. It's got to be.
Well put.
I mean, they've paid their money. They don't agree with that one.
I noticed Whitnell was booing too.
From the throw in, Hilton will go again. And so will McKay. Penetrating hand pass. Brown eventually tidies it up for Camperelli. From 65, he spears in the pass and finds Brendan Favola again. Already with 1 goal to his name, Favola. Fairly tight angle. 45 metres out. Ratton pointing to the goal saying, there they are, let's hit them. Favola for his second. Going across the face of goal, and Aaron Hamill sees it sail over, sneaking in for one behind.
Pretty simple thing in footy. There's been 2 ball-ups or boundary throw-ins, and Andrew Mackay's just been in front of his opponent, got 2 kicks and set him up twice.
Malcolm, Matthew Allen about to come back on. Would you put him straight in the ruck, or just sort of give him game time up forward?
I think I'd have a look at him in ruck, Tippett. You know, it's, give him another 10 minutes, perhaps.
And Dragosevic is also on, boys, for Chaffey.
Yeah, that's because of Andrew Mackay reading it a bit better.
Cameron uses it well, comes to Broderick, the margin 18 points. Broderick up towards the wing. Dragosevic, awkward half volley. It comes off his knee now. That's interesting.
Actually, Porter will be
Throw
coming
it.
off there, boys. They're signalling to Porter to come off, so we're expecting to go straight into the ruck.
Got your wish.
Yeah, it's just going to be important how they're handling.
Gale goes up, Porter with him, Brown at the back, in trouble, dragged down, ball up. So a bounce midway between the wing and half forward flank for Carlton, who lead 5-3 to 2-3. The rucks lock up again. Porter directs it down to Brown. He can't keep it in.
He comes to change now, and Joel Belden looks like he's about to come back on soon. He's just had his two fingers taped up together, just went, they were just both bent backwards, so no structural damage there.
Allen and Gale this time. Allen reaches over the top. Hamill couldn't control it. Allen at close quarters. Camporelli, long searching hand pass down towards half forward. Whitnell in trouble. Gaspar juggles the ball, comes away, brilliantly done. Across to Daffy. Will it stay in? Yes, it will. Precision. This is Knights up towards the wing. Campbell is short, can take it and go. Wayne Campbell looking towards the middle, putting it into the path of Dragicevic and or the man coming up from full forward. No mark taken. James has hurt himself.
He's grabbed his knee there, Dennis.
Yep. Meantime, Rice, who got it from McKay, comes to Heckmott. Short one is on. Here's Hamill. Hamill can run inside the 50. Someone will have to come and meet him. It matters not. Is the kick accurate? No. Well, he could have done far better there. That was a bad result for Carlton. And a bad result for Aaron James, clutching that knee, came up on the lead. McKay with courage went back, and the contact came, well, there wasn't much of it. McKay simply turned and went after the ball. James injuring the knee almost in the marking attempt. Watch it again. He was conscious of McKay.
Oh, as he landed on the right leg as to avoid it.
That's
it is
right.
Popped. That's not a very good one.
No. He's a battler that deserves a bit of luck too. He's been around the league, and now this. But it was McKay's courage that threw him off. And as much as McKay was coming back and he's tried to step around him and changing direction at that moment, has brought this upon himself.
And Carlton about to make a double change here. Hume coming off with Lappin going on, and young Fletcher with Mansfield.
It's symptomatic of their season, really, isn't it? Injuries, adversity. And they're, what, 19 points down now. They need to win by 5 goals, so what a task. But if one side can do it, you get the feeling this season maybe the fairy tale is the Tigers.
And another injured player coming back on the ground. It is Joel Belden with his left hand strapped up.
Here we go here, and he just pivots, then his right leg hits the ground. He can see his knee just almost separate. And gee, I've seen a lot of blokes do knees, you know. Some there's no pain attached to it at all, you know. It just sort of happens and goes pretty easily. But I think that lad's hurting right now. That was a really sore one.
The end for Aaron James' season.
Well, you'd like to say something different, wouldn't you? But it just doesn't look good, does it?
No, not at all. So Bowden is back on. He's had his fingers strapped, as Tipper has told us. And Cameron will stand by to bring the ball back into play. Carlton are 5-4-34. Richmond are 2-3-15.
Malcolm, one player, Otten's, he's been out of sorts the last couple of weeks. Just seems coming into this game at the moment.
No, his marking's off, Tipper. He, unfortunately, the ball's slapping into his hands and he's trying to mark a lock back over his head. His technique's just falling down under pressure when there's a body around him. He really needs some bit of technique practice, I reckon, there.
And that's the key for the big guys too. If the marks don't stick, everything falls away.
Yeah, sure.
12 minutes remaining in the half, and Cameron goes to the outer side. How can the Tigers answer this latest drama? The Harrison hand pass is okay on towards Gaspar, and now Knights with Nick Daffy on the end of it. They can whip it down the other end. Daffy's kick in towards Kellaway.
Oh.
Mighty mark by Kellaway within scoring distance. He can answer in the best possible fashion.
See, this lad's got some courage, hasn't he?
Amazing.
Came into the game with a bit of a question mark, didn't he, over his fitness after last week, but he hasn't missed a game. And when he's kicked for goal this year, he's been pretty accurate. 11 goals won for the season. He's kicking for Richmond's third today. .35 metres out, 45-degree angle. He's missed to the right.
Yes, and football is about taking your chances and your opportunities, and unfortunately that wasn't one of them.
Rice to Silvani. And Silvani just chips to McKay, who's at halfback.
Well, oops.
And they continue to do it. Back with Rice once more. This time up towards the half-back line, just a little too far for Lappin. It could prove very, very costly. Here's an opportunity now for the Tigers. Campbell sets himself, and the kick for goal by the man celebrating his 200th is one behind. Tigers fans rose for a moment, anticipating a 6-pointer. 17 plays 34. Rice again. Comes towards Hott, who's a big flyer, and he almost held it. He recovered magnificently to give it to Lappin. Lappin pops it over the top to Beaumont. Beaumont's got Franchina running. Through the centre he goes, and he spears the pass to Hamill. Aaron Hamill now looks towards Brendan Favola. Threw out one hand, but that was all. And Kellaway should tidy up on halfback for Richmond, setting it up for Bowden and Co on centre wing.
Plenty of chances out there. Dragicevic feeds the hand pass to Bitterscombe. Bitterscombe almost run down. Probing kick down towards half forward, then intended for Daffy. Knocked away by Mansfield. Clattering in there was Knights. Daffy running away from his own goal. Pressured. Freeborn dropped it. Gets away from Campbell. Freeborn from half-back, kicks back towards the wing. Bitterscombe.
Getting a bit untidy last 3-4 minutes.
Both sides having trouble when they move forward. This is Cameron. Usually uses the ball very well. Inside the centre square. Kicks it down towards half forward. Brown outnumbered. Takes an awkward bounce. Brown bounces, it turned out. McKay steps through, cleared a path. Comes to Hamill. Lays it off to Camporelli. To the middle. Lappin cruising past McKay. Lappin ignores that. Kicks well inside the 50. Beaumont working off his man. Loose ball at the back. Arriving quickly. Bitterscombe taken high. Surely. Play on's the call. Bowden gets the hand pass across to Gaspar. Well, the Tigers fans unhappy about that. They deserved a free. Should have got it. Matters not now. Kellaway bursting around the outer side. Couple of bounces. Carries the ball up towards the wing. Spots Daffy. Daffy. About 75 metres from goal. Gale wants it high. That's ignored. Short. Kellaway has run on. Great running. Deserves a goal. 40 metres out. Gale held on to. Fisted away down there on the line by Manton. Deep in the pocket. A chance for Rogers. Knights tackled and taken down by Mansfield. Jarred out of there. Camporelli gets it away to Brown. Brown steps past a player coming at him. Gets the short one to Ratton. Ratton to Lappin. Lappin charging through the centre. Suddenly it's opened up. It's end-to-end stuff. Favola. Great stuff by the Blues. And Favola a chance to score. Nobody is back. He goes in short to the pocket. McKay. Lappin is on towards the square. Lappin can turn around, run into an open goal and kick it. How about that?
Well, I'd have to say, if there's a spirit-breaking goal, that could very well be it. And here's that free kick as he carried forward on frontal. It didn't look quite as bad there. Probably got it just a bit over the shoulder. Great running from McKay.
Well, if Matthew Lappin was a cricketer, he'd be a little nervous because that was goal number 87. But what a big one in this game. It comes down towards his area once again. Bowden has his feet taken out from underneath him. Eventually it comes out. The Tigers should be able to clear, but they want goals, and at the moment that well has dried up almost completely. Ottens is on centre wing. The big man lumbers clear. Bounces his way up towards right half forward with Allen giving chase. Now kicks up towards full forward, and this time Gale takes the mark 20 metres out on an angle that shouldn't prove too difficult for him.
Well, it's the first time they've got it through for a while, Sandy. Andrew McKay's had 9 touches this quarter, 15 for the game. They just went over his head that time, so he couldn't get it.
He's very important to them, isn't he?
Ah, sensational. Yeah, it's amazing when you say a half-back flanker, but every position on the ground is important. If you get a real good one, it's an absolute bonus.
Benny Gale, 222 games, 205 goals, and recently put pen to paper to stay at Punt Road for another season. And sneaks it in just. The Tigers hang on.
Well, it has been their season. You know, I really thought that last goal from Carlton just might have knocked a bit of stuffing out of them. They've actually been prepared to keep coming, and that has been their season. So I just can't see them just giving it away.
No.
It just hasn't been in their makeup. They mightn't get there, but I don't think they'll give it away.
Steady and goal, 6-4, 3-5. Down by 17 points. Approaching half-time. Allen and Ottens. Ottens on the way down. Charging in Freeborn. Beaumont. Houlihan now. Slips the hand pass away. Allen. Franchina. Coming square out towards the wing. This is Lappin. With some space. Across the body. Hangs a long time in the air. And Beaumont under pressure takes the mark. It's about 75 metres from goal, Simon Beaumont. Tigers storm back in number. Across it comes to Allen. Takes some time, sets it up. Whitnell's in front. Gaspar from behind. Got it on the deck. Ratton was there. Brown charges in. Diving in was Lappin. Cameron keeping it in front. Confronted by Ratton. And that ball's not coming out. So a ball up about 40 metres out from Carlton's attacking goal. Brett Ratton, a shake of the head in there. 12 possessions so far. He's been very busy.
Allen coming off, Porter back on.
Season's high 40 against the West Coast Eagles. Round 12 for Brett Ratton. Fell at their feet. Camporelli dives in. Tivendale trying to get a hand pass out, aided by Campbell. Ratton again. Sitting in there. There's Campbell. And another ball up.
So that was about 12 or 13 minutes for Matthew Allen's about what you'd reckon.
They just haven't been able to fire successive goals. Richmond have had to work hard for every goal they've got, and just the one so far in this quarter, and that was not pretty. Joel, my boy, that was out of bounds on the full.
Fraser Brown coming off and Hume going on. So Carlton certainly using their bench with Fraser and Allen, trying to give some game time.
Camporelli has it on the boundary line.
Well, we're going to have to start playing screen in this game to overcome this.
50 metres out, good looking kick. Deep into the square, some big flyers. And one behind.
What someone will do with that flooding, I mean, they'll work it out shortly, but you'll get about 5 teammates in a circle, about 35 metres from goal, and just get in everyone else's way and just kick the ball between them.
Chaffee.
I'm nodding.
Won't you be wrapped when they do work it out, Malcolm?
Oh, it will be sensational.
Won't be on your own. Holland in towards the middle. Campbell having a pretty good day for his 200th. They've just got to find some goals. Campbell will go again. He's in trouble. Hamill pounced on that ball. Greg Tivendale comes in a little late. Lappin is there as well. And somehow,
Blow the whistle.
Somehow, they can all pick themselves up without any injury problems.
Just following that up, Sandy, I mean, you can have 5 teammates all together. The other team's in a zone. 10 of them are minding no one. It'll be sensational.
Like a wall in soccer.
Exactly.
Oh, easy.
There you go.
Daffy towards the line.
Holding hands.
Can be.
Good.
Ring a rosy. Put them in a circle so no one can get breakthrough.
You're being flippant now.
It must be Sunday.
No, it's true. Think about it.
6-5 plays 3-5.
Waste a lot of time watching blokes do nothing when they get a ball in the forward 50, don't we?
Skittle umpires. Not a bad thing.
At the bottom of the pack is Ty Zantuck.
I saw a Disney movie called The Flying Ducks once, where they protected the hockey player. So maybe that's why you're talking.
I think Pippa and Malcolm have been in the same ward for some time. Let's have a bounce on the outer side, gentlemen. Porter, Campbell at the bottom, and Campbell I think is going to be the recipient of a free kick. Here's a chance for the Tigers. He's called to play on, kicks up towards the 50, but Carlton have the defensive numbers there. Hand pass initially from Rice, a little untidy, and it is locked up at the bottom of that pack with Dean Rice.
I reckon over the years Carlton have been the best side at doing this. Just pack after pack after pack. It just can slow a game down. They've been really good at it.
Broderick having a spell, as you saw on the sidelines. Gale wins it. No effective kick away though. The Carlton tackling again a feature. Here's Camporelli, gets past Knight, and is it going to come back? And the free kick to Camporelli. The advantage not paid down the ground. It will come back to Camporelli.
Taken high as he kicked.
So he's got it at half-back. That being why Knight's going just a little too high. So he hits to Beaumont on the outer side. Beaumont's pretty deadly with that left foot. He's got forwards darting here, there and everywhere. Whitnell will be his man. Gasper is right there with him. Can't take it, however. Lappin works like a piece of elastic. Whitnell, he's got to be careful there. He's propped himself over that ball. It does, however, come out. Chaffee on the end of the hand pass, gets it away now. Tigers through Cameron, out of trouble, back towards Kellaway.
Kellaway has it across half back. Holland and Whitnell off the ball, doing a bit. They've broken up. Now Kellaway told to play on, kicks it up towards the wing. There's going to be a free kick. Well, the umpire was waving advantage, but then realised Silvani wasn't playing on the same team as Knights. Knights has got the ball down towards the wing. Centres it. Chaffee, meters in the clear. Through the centre square towards half-foot. Good grab by Holland. Covered a bit of ground, and now 50 against Lappin, who was cruising past, and the ball somehow came loose. We can't believe it. Holland likes it, and he'll kick from about 5 metres out. Hamill trudges across to pick up the mark. Allen waiting to come back on. 2 minutes to play in the term. But all eyes on Ben Holland. Had a good season. 41-23. This to pull the Tigers closer. Goal umpire goes a long way, but it's okay. Important goal.
Yes, it's been a long drawn-out process, these goals, hasn't it? It's been a very tight game. Only 10 games for nearly a half. As we watch that mark, then Holland coming over the top of Ratton. Yeah. Ben Holland gets his first, and Richmond, as we expected, hang in.
Richmond can get only so close. 10 points was the margin at quarter time. It is now 12 points. They've just got to string back-to-back goals together. Allen's tackle is going to prevent anyone getting out of the middle. Nick Daffy picks himself up. He was the one locked away. Dragicevic, as you can see there on the sidelines with Broderick. Still in the centre, and only a minute and a half remaining in the half. Allen, as we've said, is back on, contesting with Ottens, the latter winning it, but it's Houghton who takes the hand pass from Hume. Advantage is eventually going to be paid here. It was Freeborn for Favola. Can't take it. Usually he's pretty quick to recover. The ball, however, beats him over the line.
Can't believe the number of balls that get over the back of players. Here he is, getting one high. I reckon that would have hurt a bit.
It would have. Inadvertent backhander.
There's a bit of a blood rule as well, so he'd be coming off. And Malcolm Hamill playing in the back line at the moment, or seems to be down that way.
They've got a bit of a licence to go forward, both him and Whitnell. They've done it for most of the year, Dipper. They just tend to take in turns of blocking up when it's been in attack for a while.
Yeah, Yes, that could take a sting just a little while. Camperelli off. Play to go on in Carlton's right forward pocket. Close to siren time, a minute remaining.
Tigers have got a hold here, don't they?
Yep. Down by 12 points. Allen plucks it out of the air. Kicks it high towards the line it goes. Bowden is there. Gets a hurried kick and gains probably 45 metres. Mansfield's going to be first to it, and he just shovels that over the line in not very subtle fashion. But at least it's effective. As Matty Knights has a couple of words with him. Camperelli continues to be stitched up. Allen wins the tap. The Tigers take it away again through Bowden. Just a little too wide, however, for Chaffee, and over the line on the outer wing. So Richmond are going to be looking for a big second half here at the MCG if they're going to participate in this year's finals. Harrison doing the ruck work. Here's Daffy now. Maybe they can score one on the siren. He almost lost that bouncing ball. He could have been taken high. Tiger fans are livid as play goes on at half forward. Campbell got it out. They've got their opportunity now. Kellaway's going to be the meat in the sandwich. He gets crunched. Rogers is there as well. It's taken to the line with Hamill, and there will be a throw in Richmond's left forward pocket.
Yes, watch this, and Daffy tries to push off and got him half high. Look, I reckon that's a pretty good call. He had an opportunity. I reckon great call.
17 seconds left in the half in Richmond's left forward pocket. Their only chance. Holland can pluck it out of the air. He tries to get free, and he does. The hand pass is good to Knights. He kicked his first goal, but it's not to be this time. It may come to Chaffee. It's a high ball in towards full forward. Hilton and Co are all there. No yellow and black in the front of the pack, however, and Silvani will find the line. And he's got the siren as well, so no addition to the score for Richmond. They go in at half-time, 12 points down. In that quarter, just 2 goals for the Tigers, one from Ben Holland, the other from Brendan Gale. Carlton 2, just a couple. Matthew Lappin 1, Brendan Favola, who had several opportunities, also with 1 goal.
It's not pretty, is it? But it's hard-working footy.
Yeah, we really didn't expect anything else, did we?
And the body language says, by heck, have we got a job on our hands in the second half? We're going to steal this and steal a place in the 8. Danny Frawley, what a wonderful first year he's had, 11 wins. But this is the most important one of all. Carlton are 6-5, Richmond are 4-5.
1-point victory.
9 points. And Dipper down at 2 by 2 goals at half time. It's not getting any easier.
No, it's not, Sandy, and obviously the conditions down here are very, very swirly. And Malcolm, I don't know about Richmond. The defence has been pretty good, but they've just got to win this game and win by obviously 7 goals, or it means nothing. So unfortunately, they're not marking the ball. They've got no tall forwards up there. Maybe they should go in there with a smaller forward line. But the job ahead, let's see what happens.
Here we go, the second half. And Richmond wanting early goals badly. Benny Gale tries to rip it out of the middle with pure strength. He gains 5 or 6 metres, but that is all.
They've got Rory Hilton up there, normally known for a half-back line. He's up the forward line, and also with Ottens, Daffy, Kellaway.
Another bout still in the middle. Franchina's tackle was solid. Harrison gets it out to Gaspar. Gaspar puts them inside 50. McKay's been very solid across half-back. He's in the thick of things now. It spills free towards Chaffee. He's outside 50 and losing ground. Camperelli swoops on it but has an airy. Broderick was at the bottom of the pack. Hickmott comes in over the top. Still no whistle as McKay goes to ground. Finally, it sounds from Scott McLaren. Franchina, Campbell, Daffy and Camperelli all exchanging pleasantries. Just outside 50 for the Tigers. Ottens has a free kick. Silvani can't believe it. Ottens is a long way from home. The lead came from Hilton. That was ignored. Instead, he looks towards Gale. Houghton couldn't take it. Madden's in trouble. A cry of ball as Freeborn wobbles an ugly punt towards the half-back line. The Blues aren't out of the danger zone yet. Kellaway gives a little ground, trying to find a teammate who loses it. Rogers was there and Greg Tivendale got a hand to it, but that was all. Still inside 50. Still the Tigers a chance. If they could goal in the opening minute or so, it would give them great heart. Gale called to play on. Daffy almost leg. Holland head down, bottom up. Gave it away, however. Whitnell finds Beaumont. Carlton out of trouble towards Fraser Brown on centre wing. Cameron there at the back. Tidies up now, usually pretty smooth in his delivery. Wobbles it in towards the centre. Burke is going to be beaten if he's not careful. Favola gave him a decent old shove in the back, and the Tigers will get another chance to go forward.
Burke wasting no time, swings it wide towards the wing. Roderick, Gaspar calling for it, goes in that direction, getting across his Hamill, hard against the boundary line. Darren Gaspar does well. So did Hamill, came back, gave a contest. Yard out of there. Ottens gets a hand pass away. Knight's in trouble, out of trouble, lost it. Hamill picked his pocket, comes away. Chance for Carlton around the outer side. Whitnell a bounce, kicks down towards half forward. Allen on the lead. Lays it off immediately. Favola runs inside the 50. A skidder down towards the kickoff line. Holland gets back, grabs it. High ball, Camporelli. And he's marked inside the 50.
He's in a perfect position to kick this goal.
You'd have to say that the tackling at the back end for the ball to be here was sensational, and their tackles are 31 to half time, and sometimes you can misjudge that, but not today. They do work hard. David Parkin said it all year.
Wonderful. Hamill out of the contest, got back into it, didn't he? On Gaspar. And as a result, Scott Camporelli. So often a catalyst. Kicks from 48. It's a beautiful kick. Splits the middle.
Well, Dennis, just to follow your theme for the day, by my reckoning, that's 10 goals now Richmond have to kick to virtually nil for them to play next week.
Looking forlorn, isn't it?
When yes. You consider it's taken over a half to boot only 4.
Yes, the dangerous, just pace through in the midfield. It doesn't look dangerous to me.
Scott Camporelli gets his first goal. He turns 25 on Friday. Still a power of football left in him. Franchina out of the middle, but straight up and down. Hickmott tries to slam it forward. It passes Gaspar and Beaumont once again. Cameron gives it back towards Gaspar. He's under the pump. Blues have the numbers. Lappin threads it through towards McKay. The hand pass, unfortunately, didn't connect too well. Daffy kicks down towards the left half forward line. Smashed forward. Daffy will go again. Freeborn is there with him. Freeborn to the line. Daffy over the top asks the question. Knights is there as well. And so too Mansfield.
Freeborn's too honest.
Just in the attacking zone. Gale to contest. Gaspar there as well. Whitnell also. Manton 2. Campbell around the body. If it sits for Rogers, he can pop it over the top. Oh, not a good one for Kellaway. He was taken high and they'll get out of it. Kellaway will have a shot directly in front, 25 metres out.
It's almost as Stephen Silvani closed too quickly on him, didn't he? He turned and was on him almost immediately. As we watch this here, he came in, he tried to do the right thing, didn't grab hold of him. Well, we've seen a few not paid like that today, and so that's just leaning on them rather than grabbing them.
Probably his mistake was jumping as he got there.
Andrew Kellaway had a shot at goal earlier in the game with no result. Looking to kick his first from 25, and the Tigers hang on by the barest of threads.
Well, he's been a good player today, Andrew Kellaway, now up forward, and he really is a marking target for his height. Not a tall lad by any means, but he is a very, very honest player. That handball from Rogers came over, just sat up awkwardly, but he knew nothing else but to go at it, and Silvani knew nothing else but to go at him and the footy. So it was a pretty good contest, and the free kick eventually given, and the goal kicked by Kellaway.
Tigers staying in touch, down by 12 points. Allen gets a hand pass out of the congestion. Knights at close quarters. Broderick looping hand pass, releasing a teammate. The kick comes from Harrison inside the 50, but getting back Silvani. He's played a good game. Swings it across the goal front. Allen meters in the clear. Beaumont breaking hard. Camporelli is running back. It goes in the Beaumont direction. Awkward half volley. I think he's going to get a free kick, and the crowd, Carlton fans, think it's long overdue. Watch it again. Well, maybe a knee got him as the man went over the body. Holland punches it down. Cameron to Knights. Prods it inside the centre square, accelerating away Rogers. Kicks inside the 50. Hilton dropped the mark. He could have been pushed in the back. Nothing doing that time. Silvani worth a kick. Sweeping hand pass. Mansfield kicks inside the 50. Favola checks off the ball. Almost the mark. Crashing the pack Lappin. Hand passes towards full forward. Taken down there by Harrison. Quickly away. Now Cameron in the back pocket. Knights up ahead, takes it left half back. They trail by 2 goals. Matthew Knight spears the pass in. Hits Daffy on the lead. Daffy looking towards half forward. Untidy looking kick. Beaumont got a hand to it. Or did he? Bowden claiming a mark. Crumbed by Hilton. Runs to the 50. Whitnell in pursuit. It's bending. It tried to come back. It didn't. On the margin. Less than 2 goals now. Watch this mark again. Bowden and Beaumont.
You'd say he took the first one, wouldn't you? Took the second, third, fourth, and then
mark. I think, don't you?
Yeah, the umpires don't forget on the other side, so he's actually not going to see what actually happened.
It looked like Beaumont initially touched the ball. It would be a hollow victory if, in fact, the Tigers win by less than the number they need.
Houghton kicks towards centre wing and Matty Allen. Just creeping back into the game, which is good news for Blues fans. Andrew McKay certainly doing anything but that. He's been sensational, and Hamill takes a strong mark. Just inside 50. Oh. The Blues hoping they've had their down period with 3 losses.
Good stretch. I mean, he's much taller, of course, but still a good stretch. Got caught underneath it a bit there. Matty Knight's not an aggressive puncher by any means, but still a good grab.
He's become such an important part of the Carlton lineup now, Malcolm, hasn't he?
Just his decision-making sometimes and his kicking, but his energy's boundless.
So Scott Camporelli's at the moment. He's chatting away like there's no tomorrow.
Leon Cameron. We've seen the best of those. Out of the
Hamill
Western Oval.
From 50, and he's kicked the goal. He has the goal. Richmond now in serious strife.
Well, what you actually got with a player like him now, he's capable, and he's kicked his 4s and 5, but he's capable of contributing 2 every week, so that, you know, if you're not getting a goal, you know you can actually get one out of him now, whereas in previous years you wouldn't have said that was true. He's had a pretty good year, really, hasn't he, for a really nice developing player.
He energises the team, doesn't he?
And Malcolm, he's working so hard. It was him before who put the tackle down the back line. Now he's kicking goals.
Margin 17 points. Daffy out of the middle this time. Bounces wide, taken by Knight. Sent away on his right foot. He kicks inside the 50. Too much carry down there for Vardy. Getting across behind the pack, Manton. Well stopped by Houghton. Knocks it out, goes again. Over the top, Silvani. He was the last man in. Holding the ball against the Carlton player at the base of the pack. Silvani comes up with a footy. Now, the umpire was directly behind all of that. Watch it again develop. Well, he did reel it in, but almost instinctive. In bygone years, we would have said courageous play by Houghton. Now it's Houghton, you mug.
I've been quite impressed with him back there, actually. I think he's been a very good player.
Well, what's he expected to do? I suppose they say now he should dive after it and punch it.
Yes, that's what they say.
But he could have got nothing on that ball. It would have been a real limp little touch, wouldn't it? Because he really did stretch just to reach it. Anyway, Kellaway has the ball in the pocket, sets it up across the face, off hands, and a minor score. They haven't really taken their chances, the Tigers. They've missed a few. That not too easy. 5-7-8-5.
Eleven and a half minutes remaining in the term. Ratton taking the kick in from Camporelli. Goes to the half back line. Mansfield very quick to Franchina, off to Lappin. Lappin looks towards Favola. Oh, he's a live wire and he's got a vacant forward zone. You can put down your glasses here. Freeborn kicks another one and the Blues are on their way. Scotty Freeborn gets his first, and they don't come much easier than that, Malcolm.
No, they don't. Interesting player for Favola. I mean, this is a great run once again. Good use of the footy. And he is spring-heeled. He has got good hands. His ground stuff needs a lot of work, this young fella. But that was good stuff, and Freeborn just bolted forward. And a torp through the goals.
He's a tough road now for the Tigers. 5-7, plays 9-5. Cameron, McKay, Camporelli, Tivendale, all jostling. Allen, a little bit of aerial work to Freeborn. Another penetrating bomb towards Favola and Whitnell. Well, they defend grimly. Burke comes away. Not only are they defending grimly, they're having desperate trouble scoring. Daffy is on centre wing. Pulls it back inside now towards Harrison. He's a long way out, but he spears the pass in towards Kellaway. And he takes the mark in the pocket.
I was almost thinking that what they've done then, Daffy didn't go down in defence and got the ball in the rebound. You've almost got to do that now, don't you?
Yep.
You're going to have to kick goals to actually get to where you want to go to. So you've actually got to start cheating a bit. You've got to start taking big risks.
Kellaway for his second. Starting it right. It doesn't come back as he would have liked.
And you've got to kick goals.
He's looking dangerous. I mean, he's getting the ball on the forward line, but not finishing. 9-5-5-8. That look says it all. In short, Rice. Up the ground, Houghton. Meters in the clear. Takes it. Goes. Kicks over the wing. Whitnell comes on the lead. That's precise stuff by the Blues coming out. Whitnell in the shadows of the grandstand into space. Hickmott obliges, gets across. Just more method from Carlton, more finesse. Hickmott goes for distance. Allen at the back, getting up in front. Strong mark, Gaspar. Going to find Jewel Gaspar and Whitnell. Plays on to the outer side, uses the ball well. Bowden, Daffy is forward of half back, has a bounce, running it up towards the wing, a second bounce. Nick Daffy. Ottens comes towards him, bypasses Ottens, long kick inside the 50. Well, so often we see that. The long run ending with the ball in the hands of the opposition. Silvani to Whitnell. This is the Carlton designated side of the ground. Whitnell goes in short to Ratton, back to Whitnell. Over the top, Beaumont. Beaumont's on the wing, cuts back towards the middle, sets it up. Allen won't get there in time. Good mark taken in front by Harrison. And the Tigers go to their side. Gaspar out wide. Rogers, the next link in the chain, provided Gaspar can get the footy. A couple of fickle bounces, came back to Gaspar. Great run, Camporelli got him down. Well, Rogers was unattended up the ground. Camporelli did brilliantly. McKay grabs it, kicks inside the 50, taken by Allen. Allen hand passes back to Mansfield. Just got away. Nobody near him eventually. They stayed off. Hickmott across to Camporelli. Camporelli goes from 50 and kicks a goal. His second.
Yes, we talked about pace through the midfield, and that's what that fella's got. Scott Camporelli, tremendous leg speed, and just maturing as a player. He's had a very, very good year. Have a look at that chase, just sensational. then after doing all that work, still had the poise and the ability to slot it through from 50.
Fantastic.
Freeborn having a spell. 27 points now the margin. The biggest margin in the game so far. The previous was 23 points at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. The challenge is getting greater by the minute and by the goal for Richmond. They come out of the centre again this time, up towards left half forward. Kellaway controlled it beautifully. Swings round now in towards half forward, putting them inside 50. They need a mark. It won't happen. It is Gasper taken to the line. Daffy is there also. Manton making sure they were going nowhere. Hume too, and we've got a throw in. Scott Camporelli, the only multiple scorer on the ground today. Plucked out of there by Ottens, given to Daffy. Daffy bounces it in towards goal, but he's away to the left. Manton from the back pocket comes to Fraser Brown. Will have time to recover and then chip to Adrian Hickmott. Oh, well, he caught Hume a little unawares and he slipped at the crucial stage, so the turnover was there. Bowden now off to Daffy. He's on a very tight angle. Oh, but it's a good looking kick in towards full forward. It hits the post at the back and one behind is the end result.
Having a few shots from out wide, aren't they?
Very wide.
Yeah. This series of points, bar one, has really been from wideish shots.
Mansfield spelling as Franchina is away from the back pocket. He looks towards Hamill. The Tigers have the numbers here and should be able to get clear in towards Rory Hilton. In fact, over his head, Lappin may intercept. Hilton goes again. Short little kick goes nowhere. Camporelli is proving very, very dangerous.
Oh.
Kicks it towards half forward. Allen with those outstretched hands. The run of Camporelli, a telling factor again. He bounced his way inside 50. He can go all the way, and he does! Sensational play from the number 16. 3 goals to Scott Camporelli, all in this quarter.
Well, amazingly, Scott Camporelli almost individually has just broken this game wide apart. And Allen getting touches this quarter too, starting to mark the ball. It's his 5th mark. And Camporelli is becoming an expert at this. Doesn't try and kick the ball too hard. Your momentum, when you're on the run, you don't need to kick it hard. The momentum's already there. And a lot of guys try and overkick it, but he's just kicked it beautifully.
And you marvel at the fitness of Scott Camporelli to execute after the hard running he's done in this term. Danny Frawley now can see it slipping away. Allen hooks it down behind, goes after it again, feeds it back. Rice cleverly across to Fletcher, rides a bump, got the hand pass into the path of Franchina. Franchina kicking down towards half forward. Holland goes back. Awkward bouncing ball. Vardy too slick. Holland tries to dive on top of it. Lappin emerges with it. Gets the hand pass away for Bowler. Kept it in front. Chopped off. Bowden, no sense of humour. Comes away from fullback. A couple of bounces. Runs it up towards centre half-back. Campbell, they've got the numbers to this side. Campbell kicks inside the 50, but to a contest. Knight's almost the winner. Clattering in was Hume. Ricochets across to Daffy. Ducked. He's right on the 50. No pun intended. There goes Daffy down towards full forward. Off hands. Loose ball about 10 metres out. Down goes Hume. Dragicevic over the top. Charging in down there. Franchina slaps it wide. Hume, a good shepherd. Bought some time for McKay. And McKay, with poise, comes to Allen. And Allen played it very well, stepping across the boundary line. 31 points the margin. Carlton on top. The Tigers in desperate trouble.
5.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Allen, Gale, Hamill over the top, saying, let's do it again, boys. Let's go one more time.
I guess most players have done that, can jump, but you'd like to set something up and get someone running and hit it towards the boundary line, but someone down at the front running.
Gale wins it this time. Chippendale unable to get clear. Neither could Fletcher. Ratton just with strength off to Hamill. Penetrating hand pass, not quite as long as Michael Voss's, but a bit of distance in it. Brown up towards the 50. Whitnell quick to recover, but equally as well caught, and he's going to be pinged. Well done by Royce Vardy. Good tackle.
You think, Dennis, prior opportunity there, did you?
Didn't see it.
Vardy, neither did Hilton see that because of the sun. He's got to go again and try and beat a couple. Gasper there to assist. Silvani over the top for Voller at the bottom.
Silvani's good at that. Isn't he good at herding blokes up like that? I know he gave a free away earlier, but he just sort of leans all over him. And
he's just remarkable,
yeah.
Isn't he? He's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Houlihan having a run. Fraser Brown having a spell. Allen again winning it. Silvani from the middle of the ground. Kick short for Voller. He's quick to recover, and look at him pounce on that ball. He gives it to the elastic man in Lappin, who goes to Whitnell. 25 metres out, and he can go a long way here to burying the dream. .45-degree angle. It's not a problem for Lance Whitnell, and it's not a problem for Carlton. He has his second. He kicked one in the third term and one early on in the game.
Yes, in this quarter they've kicked 6-1, and I think most sides realise the importance of a third quarter result, and a good result at that, and this has been Carlton's quarter, and really now it's too far for Richmond.
Danny Frawley, what can he conjure now? 65 goals for the season for Lance Whitnell, including 9 against Brisbane in round 16. Real scramble in there. Emerging with it, Knights taken high. Advantage will be paid. Chaffee runs out of the middle then. They desperately need a score here. Of course, a goal down in front. Coming away with the ball hot, and he's been reliable. Fletcher quickly away. Ratton just keep their cool, Carlton. That was well worked. It came across from Houlihan to Fletcher, Hume, and now Hickmott up towards the wing. Cutting across was Bowden.
Tackle.
Good strong tackle brought him down. Allen applied it. Beaumont got the ball to Hamill, spears it into Whitnell. He started the day with 180 marks, the best in the AFL. He's taken 7 this afternoon. He kicks it well inside the 50. Franchina kept it alive. Camporelli, another one for this quarter. 4 in the term. The resistance would seem to be broken.
Just another wonderful shot at goal there. Favola does well here, gets in front, holds his ground, just tries to bring it to the front so the Crummers can get there. That's where they are. What I like about Camporelli, a lot of blokes slamming onto the boot, but he doesn't. Just makes it nice and cool contact. Very clever player. Allen had a very good quarter too.
4 goals for Camporelli in the term, and it's proven to be a game breaker. Porter applies the tackle. Franchina had it, but then lost it. Knights takes it out of the middle for Richmond. Up towards full forward. Silvani got a hand to it. A snap in towards goal, and at least the Tigers get one back through Mark Dragicevic. Slamming it onto the left boot.
Here's the give Matthew Knights the ball at the centre. Came square. Hit the goal square for the third time in the quarter almost. That cross the line, and then we see the youngster pick it up, just slam it onto the boot, and he's had an interesting season. He'll be better for next year.
Dean Rice having a spell. Michael Mansfield is back on for Carlton. Dragicevic getting his first goal for the day, his 16th for the season. The Tiger fans realising that the finals bird has flown. Ratton from the middle, down towards Whitnell.
We forget how young he is, don't we? He's a good player. He is a great player.
20 years of age, yeah. And already 88 games under his belt.
I must admit, when I first saw him, I just wondered about his pace, but when you're that football smart, you a bit like Brett Ratton, you can actually make up for a hell of a lot, can't you, by just knowing the game?
He just does it, doesn't he?
65 goals for the season. And he won't add to that tally with that kick.
Fixed him.
Well, that was a run of 7 goals in a row too. They were hot.
Bowden to bring it in. Under 2 minutes till three-quarter time. Bowden goes short. Cameron.
Dennis, just one of these wonderful stats. Richmond have been inside 50 metres 15 times for 2 goals. Carlton 13 times for 7 goals.
Stats, Mel.
Yeah,
He loves it.
Campbell up towards the wing. Screw it up and toss that piece of paper away. Here's Rogers. Really sighted today. Kicks inside the 50. Getting back and claiming the mark is Porter. He started well. He and Allen today, a powerful tandem. Hume, McKay. He set the tone early. McKay bouncing up towards centre half back. Goes short. Ratton inside the centre square. The Blues have sent a message today. Don't worry about that. Manton goes down towards half forward. Hamill pulling away from Ottens. Earlier in the term, Holland was marking him. Beautiful pass in. Beaumont on the lead has taken the mark. So Beaumont about 25 metres out. Chance to increase the lead. Currently 84 plays 46. Bearing in mind the Tigers had to win by about 28 points to displace the Hawks. Beaumont misses. 39 points the difference.
Yes, Hawthorn players and fans alike will be gearing up for a tilt at the finals. Back after a 4-year absence. Cameron wobbles a left footer towards the half back line. Porter couldn't take it. Manton needs support and gets it in the form of Hume. His hand pass goes astray, so Hilton blasts it off the ground. Down towards the half forward line. Knights has got to beat a couple. McKay and Mansfield, Silvani there as well. Knights comes again in towards Rogers. He can play on here. The siren has sounded. It is not the Tigers' day. The siren has sounded. No addition to the score. It's three-quarter time. Otten's asking the question. But a big quarter by Carlton, in which they booted 7 goals to really shut the finals gate as far as the Tigers are concerned. It's three-quarter time. Carlton, a 13-goal 7-85, leading Richmond 6 goals 10-46. And Carlton looking to return to the winners list after 3 straight losses. Is this the final quarter for the year for the Richmond Football Club? 13-7 plays 6-10, the Blues leading. Allen starting on the ball in the final term and winning the ruck, but unable to take it away clearly. Harrison gets a hurried kick down towards half forward. Trying to chop it off then was Houghton. Almost succeeded. Back towards Whitnell. Sets himself, but coming in from the side, almost taking the mark was Tivendale. Gasper tries to chop his way clear. Is unsuccessful. Lappin is at the back. Lappin will go now. 35 metres out. He gets locked up. And there will be a bounce by umpire Brian Sheehan. Freeborn, nearest camera. Dean Rice, one of the veterans of the Blues, also starting the final quarter on the bench. Rice hasn't missed a game this year. Carlton have had 7 players like that. They're pretty consistent. Campbell, almost a tentative question. Disappointment for him in his 200th game. But he did say it will either be the most memorable day of his life or one of the saddest. And it looks as though it's going to be the latter. Allen again. Burke barking orders. Otten's doing a bit of leaning. Hilton just trying to slap it forward. Lappin couldn't get a clean run at it. Brown is lurking. Pushed back towards the centre wing area and Kellaway. He gets clear. Can he find himself a little bit of space? Needs assistance. Desperately needs assistance. And finally it comes. Gasper off towards Hilton. He's under the pump as well towards Chaffee. McKay has been very good, particularly early on. But it's Chaffee who drifts it in towards the centre. Holland hasn't had a major influence on the game at all. Bowden injured earlier but has come back now. He's inside 50. He blasts away at goal. Slews off the side of the boot. No score.
Almost out of ideas now. That's the feeling you get about the Tigers. As the ball comes out to Allen. As it left half back. The longer it's gone, the better he's played. Up towards the wing. Favola gave a contest. Ottens dives after the footy. Hamill over the top. Burke put an arm in. Eventually it came to Ratton. The hand pass back towards the middle. Fraser Brown charges in. Taken front on down there by Tivendale. No free kick. And the umpire calls for it. So the ball up. On the wing. Fraser Brown. Put in 7 goals against the Tigers. Round 23 of 1994. 7 of his career total of 98. Allen hooks it down at the back. This is Hilton. Dragged down by Mansfield. Still no respite. Mansfield onto the next man, Harrison. The ball jarred loose. Taken by Ratton. Here's that man again, Camporelli. Runs to the 50. Sets it up on the kickoff line. Gaspar directs it down. Kellaway gets back in a hurry. Well played. This is Burke peeling away from fullback. Beckoning somebody to do something. Not sure I like to see that. He kicks it towards the outer side. McKay got a fist on it. Follows up and knocks it towards the boundary line. Still he goes. And eventually it's out of bounds.
It's in the sort of rule that if you've got the ball at centre half back like that, just go straight to centre half forward. There's no indecision unless there's no one on. There was no one on.
No.
You know what I mean? And everyone knows it's going to happen then?
Sure.
I mean, it's just, yeah, I often wonder when I see that.
Good work again from McKay. Allen tries to pluck it out of the air. It comes to Franchina, who flicks to Camporelli. Well spoiled. Keep it in the vicinity though. In towards full forward. Favola will have a shot.
Can lead, can't he?
Yeah, he's an interesting player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still young too. But he's had to struggle back from, dare I say, I'm sure he'd hate everyone saying it, 12 goals in a January the 1st match. That means a little, you know, means that you kicked 12 goals, I suppose, in a match that didn't count for much.
A pair of bookends would be nice. 12 in the grand final and 12 in the Millennium match.
Which one would you remember?
Well, he's going for his second here.
Turn of the century.
Number 2, and he's got it. Camporelli has 4, Whitnell has 2, Favola has 2, and Carlton cruising towards another finals campaign.
Just in saying that, I'm probably a little bit flippant there, but it is a game that you play in and you pick, and so you try and do your best as every club does and every player does. So it's not quite like that, but he is an interesting player. He can lead, he can jump. Just that recovery needs some work, and he's got plenty of time.
Back in the centre as Carlton put their stamp on this one. 14-7, 6-10. Allen smashes it down that time. Camporelli once more. His 20th possession, got it to Brown. Now Ratton alongside the centre circle. Goes inside the 50. Bitterscombe goes back with courage and takes the defensive mark. Swings it out wide to accommodate the run of Campbell. Campbell forward of half back. 91 plays 46. 15 minutes out from the final siren, the end of the Tigers season. Dragicevic dropped the mark. Hilton soccers off the ground. Fletcher picks it up. Camporelli again. Ratton again. Across to Brown. Brown on the wing. Lappin in space, and a man drifts in behind the defence.
Look at this.
Allen, meters in the clear, turns around, a fitting end to his day. Easy goal.
Well, as you said, Dennis, I mean, the sharing over there, originally Camporelli to Ratton to Brown, it's been said a few times over the last few years. And Lappin, who's been good when he came on, just liven up that forward line, that extra small. And Allen starting to do what he did before he was injured, get hold of the footy. He can find the footy for a big fella and can kick a goal.
Manton having a spell. Good crowd, 65,078. Allen wins it, but taken by Hilton. Down towards the 50. McKay left his man and took it on to Houghton, who finds Ratton. They start another attack. Ratton, a worm-burning pass into Lappin. He picks it up beautifully. Tries to chop his way clear. The hand pass goes astray. Bitterscombe intercepts to the outer side of turnover, but only for a moment, as Mansfield marks in front of Knights. Brown calling for it. He ambles down to the half-forward line. Camporelli running with the flight of the ball. Lappin is there as well. Is forced to provide the tackle as it comes to Ottens. He flicks it too wide, out of bounds on the full.
Playing
Shades
soccer.
of Harry Kuehl. Whitnell leaving the arena. Porter coming back on. Hickmott has the footy on the outer side.
Can't remember the last time I saw an umpire get hit in the head with a footy.
Doesn't happen that often.
Well, they've been in everything in the last few weeks, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Here's Ratton, the bullet-like hand pass again. Beaumont from a standing start, pumping it high. Oh, it did bounce back, and Harrison was able to grab it.
I reckon that was a kind bounce for Carlton. Don't use your luck up right now. Wait for a couple of weeks.
You're talking about the umpire's head or that last one?
Oh.
Last one. Scotty McLaren's unfazed. Here's Bowden. Drives it towards the outer side. Hamill in from the side. Off hands and across the line. Camporelli, a magnificent third term. 4 goals. 21 possessions now. Just a running machine. Season's high 44 against Port Adelaide in round 6. Whitnell sits down.
Hasn't been that sort of game with the big possession. No one's got real big possession. It's been pretty tight for most of the game. They just had that great third quarter.
Knights, high ball down towards the attacking 50. Off hands by Silvani. Thumping it away to Houghton. Freeborn. Brown. Doing much as they like now. Kicks towards the outer side. Hickmott. And it fisted away, and the ball goes close to the boundary line. In fact, it's coming back in a free kick to Hickmott. Spoil, attempted spoil, deemed illegal. Ratton's got it now. Silvani comes off, and he's played a wonderful game. Stephen Silvani to sit down, replaced by Glenn Manton. As we said earlier, one of a kind, Stephen Silvani. Sometimes he looks almost uncoordinated. As youngsters would say, unco, but he's very co.
Tick.
There goes the kick inside the 50. Clever mark taken by Harrison, just guiding it down with one hand. Plays on across the goal front. Taken here by Bowden, up from the back pocket. Hilton on, up on the wing. The kick takes a while to get there, then Hilton spilt the mark. Brown goes in, picked up by Beaumont. Gets it away to Fletcher, sweeping hand pass. Bounces obligingly for Lappin. Favola again. From the Sun. As much a problem there as the player coming in hard, but he did well. So Favola, a chance to kick his 3rd goal.
It's been very lively.
Just complements the other mix they've got on that forward line. Brendan Favola to push Carlton beyond 100 here. I think he's missed. He has. They move to 99.
Put him down for 2 goals 3, so he's missed a couple. Well, in fact, missed 3, but a couple of them have been pretty tight.
Accuracy has been a bit of a problem. He's tended to be a little erratic this year. Holland from half back, close to the man on the mark, and now going to get another opportunity. 50 to bring him down over centre wing.
It's very much a grey area, this man on the mark. I think the man on the mark should have to stand on the mark, Malcolm. I want you to think about that.
Not move around.
Yep. The mark is the mark.
Kellaway.
No.
Yes, but if you anchor him to the spot, Dennis.
He's allowed to jump.
No, but if you anchor him to the spot, what happens when the other bloke runs off the line? You have to wait for the umpire calls play on.
Yes.
Cameron's kick drops short to Houghton.
Needs a bit of work.
Yeah.
Houghton from the back pocket. It's getting late. And it's coming back to Leon Cameron once more.
Leave the silly lateral thinking stuff
Now
to
I
me,
give
Dennis.
you the rough diamonds and you polish them up.
Here's Beaumont.
Work on it.
Been polishing for a long time. Beaumont can finish it off with a goal. Go all the way, Simon Beaumont. Have another bounce. Keep going and kick a goal.
Oh.
He's done it. He has capped off a memorable day.
He just missed the post.
Beaumont gets his first goal.
Yeah, I ought to count him. Can we count him? I must admit I didn't count. Here we go. Here we go.
There
One,
it is. 1,
2. Not a great bouncer either. 3. Has to keep hunting at 4, 5.
Have another one.
6. Oh, it's only 6. Oh, it's grazed the post. Give him a goal anyhow.
And the bench of Whitnall and Surveyor just laughing their heads off down here.
How many bounces?
6.
It's official. 6 bounces. Nobody up ahead when he got the ball. It was bounce it or perish. Whitnall gets it to Brown, to Ratton. He runs it out of the middle, pulls it back towards the middle. Brown has to wait. Lappin flew over the top. This man's exhausted. He goes again, Beaumont. Well, he barely went. Allen slung down, holding the man surely, and the free kick will go to Ottens. Beaumont applied the tackle and bounced Ottens.
Now, I've said that that's almost impossible to do, run 100 metres and kick a goal. But as we watch
Almost
young
right.
Lappin, blokes get so tired when they get the end. But that's the way to beat flooding, Dennis.
6 bounces.
6 bounces from every player. Kick a lot of goals that way.
There's Cameron, got it from Zantuck. Going across the ground, little chip. Kellaway at centre half forward. 16-9 plays 6-10. Kellaway inside the 50. Zantuck does well, reaching back, takes the mark.
And Beaumont's one of those players this year, Malcolm, who's really stood up, like Hickmont and also young Fletcher. You know, they've added a lot of height and pace to this Carlton side.
Yeah, he started out as a half forward. Remember him kicking 8 goals in a half, the year before last, or last year in fact. And he's played some really good games at half back, Beaumont, so he's become very adaptable as well.
Zantuck should kick this. Nice looking kick. Is that his first goal in footy? It is. Well done.
Yeah, it's lovely to see the youngster kick the first goal. I mean, everyone says you shouldn't remember it. I can't remember.
Well, you kicked a few.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
yeah, well, I suppose. But yeah, nice hands, and they're trying Richmond, aren't they? I mean, it's just beyond them now, and hopefully they'll just hang in as long as they can.
Every picture tells a story, doesn't it? Tiger season all but over. Otten's doing the ruck work. They try to win it out of the middle through Bowden. Gets a hurried kick. McKay attempts to smother, but he's not successful. Tivendale can't get clear. Porter on Chaffee is good. Now Fletcher. Carlton away again, down towards Allen. Watch out for Lappin. He's quite dynamic. The Bitterscombe appeared to be holding the old jumper there.
I think Scotty McLaren's umpiring better since he got hit in the head.
Short to Hickmont.
He's left it.
Hickmont's just outside 50. Favola's frantic for this ball. So here it comes. Can he get a run at it? No, he can't. And Hamill was there as well. Ratton can kick a goal, but it was touched and it's a behind. Just 8 minutes left. Bowden to the outer side. Some of the crew finding the season pretty long. Up towards centre wing. And eventually over with Knights and Freeborn, who was edged out. We've got another throw in.
It, you know, with all the injuries Richmond have had through the year, to win 11 games is, you know, I know they won't be over ecstatic about missing the finals again, but they've actually hung around there. They had that good patch early in the season, and they have been decimated as much as anyone in the competition. And I reckon they've played a reasonable brand of footy. At least it's a competitive brand of footy.
Yep. And Frawley's been a breath of fresh air as a coach, but it stands for naught this afternoon. 106-52. They know all about the pain of round 22, or the final round. The Tigers in recent times. So often they've knocked on the door of the finals and haven't been allowed in. Hamill goes in. Tivendale goes down. McKay grabs it. Hamill somehow got through. Hume looking to come away. Sweeping hand pass. Manton comes back to Houghton. He's been steady back there. Swings it out wide. Now for Vola. Can he keep it in? No. So a boundary throw in. Right half forward for the Tigers. 15 weeks, I think we said, in the top 8, the Tigers, after they weren't there for the first 6 or 7 weeks, apart from week 1. Harrison fumbles across the line, another throw in, and this is really tough for their supporters and the club. Just playing our time now, knowing that they arrived today with such aspirations and hopes. All gone. Gale hooks it down behind, and there's one of the reasons why they're gone. Camporelli copped one in there too. He's down and hurt. Campbell standing over him. Franchina came across and had a word with Campbell. Meantime, Houlihan's got the ball on the outer side.
Finds Ratton short. He may go to the lead of Allen, or just chip it over the top as we look at Camporelli. Chipped in by Houlihan towards the forward line. Favola had it, lost it, hit it behind his back for a moment. Still a chance to score is Adrian Hickmott. It's high, it's close. Adrian Hickmott has joined the goal kickers. He has his first. Carlton has its 17th.
Interesting. Ratton's had 10 touches this last quarter. He's really forged on, but that's because they're resting on half forward flank. They've got that sharing situation, I think, with Fraser Brown. So for him to actually finish off a game like this is going to be of great benefit to him.
Twelve players have now kicked goals for Carlton. Their main contributor, Camporelli, his 4 coming in the third quarter. Knights working hard in the middle. Freeborn on the outer wing may get a chance to run at this. Going now. Gets around Nick Daffy. Looks towards Hamill territory. Almost beaten for it. Lappin again. He's going to be careful here. He could be gone.
Gaspar gets the free. Had a fine season. Darren Gaspar drives it very wide again. Nothing up the middle really all day has worked for the Tigers. Ottens
Don't go there often enough.
So they don't know. Mansfield knocked it down. Brown hand passes wide. Mansfield runs on, kicks it down towards half forward. Lappin very concerned about the body out there of Bitterscombe. Played it pretty well though. Knocked the bouncing ball down for Hickmott, who must have been taken high surely. No free kick. And the ball up at right half forward for the Blues. Camporelli gets rid of the ball. And it wasn't Campbell. They remonstrated with Campbell, but might have been Bowden coming in, collecting him.
copped a few today, hasn't he? Always cops a few, doesn't he?
That sort of player, really. Chaffee kicks it up towards the wing. Coming through Porter. Porter hand passes back to Camporelli. Was the arm too high across the shoulder? I think it was.
He's got
from Dragicevic. He's not universally loved around the league. I think that's fair to say. And players generally find an extra yard or so when he's in the vicinity. Plus, I think they think it puts him off his game as well. It goes out towards Brown, but he's responded magnificently today, Camporelli. Very much the heartbeat of this team. Boundary throw in.
The good thing too from Richmond's point of view, a crowd of 65,000 here today and not too many leaving. I'm sure Richmond fans will want to say thank you for a big effort this year. Porter contesting. Holland, a short kick. Brown close to the line, popped it over the top, trying to sneak away from Harrison. Hamill, short passes straight to Cameron. Leon Cameron tucks it under his arm but doesn't go very far. Still in the vicinity. Favola gets bundled out, tries to shovel it away. Hickmott had it and lost it. Houlihan is in there. Leon Cameron will go once more. A hand pass over the top goes straight to Allen. They've got it locked up at 50. Beaumont still dreaming of that wonderful run and marvellous goal. Loses it to Burke. Burke kicks towards centre wing. Knights is at the back, but chipping in front and taking a good mark is Callaway.
He's a good player now, Callaway.
Kicks from centre wing. Finds the diving Zantuck. Takes on Camporelli. Wobbles it into the forward line where it's smashed away for another throw in. Michael Mansfield coming back into the lineup this week. Kicked a goal in the first quarter. Gaspar plucks it out of the air. May get another chance, but Franchina has other ideas as he finds Hamill. Hamill changes direction. He goes towards Manton on the outer side. They break for him, and one of them is Lappin. He's got Ratton in the middle. He's ignored for the moment anyway. Now he changes direction once. He thought about Fletcher, then goes in towards half forward and finds the big man Porter. Porter gives it off to Lappin. Lappin spears the pass to Houlihan. Directly in front, 50 out. Houlihan boys have both done pretty well coming down from Cora Rutherglen. He's got a chance to make the margin exactly 11 goals. 53 metres. Might struggle with the distance. Off hands and through from behind.
113 players 52. And Carlton now a good hit out on the eve of the finals. Bowden drives it in. Dragicevic is the target. Franchina came back hard. Dragicevic kept his footing. But only as far as Fletcher. Fletcher just forward of the wing. Chips it across to Allen. Allen again squares the ball. This is Hamill breaking for him. Houlihan. The ball goes in that direction. Houlihan about 55 metres out. Kicks in the direction of Favola now, and Favola flew from behind in front. Porter's claiming the mark. Play on's the call. Porter slaps it out over the ball. Bitterscombe slips away, gets the hand pass towards the line, and that will do. Watch this again. I think Favola first purchase, guiding it down to Porter. So the umpire right on the ball. Tossed in again. Holland this time, the crumb, hooks it up towards the wing, giving a contest. Knights charging in Hume, gets it to Lappin. Lappin getting very busy, and that's a beautiful finish. Favola again on the lead. Lovely kick. Only one man could mark that, and that was the leading forward.
Well, you wonder with this young fella next week, probably play Carlton, probably play Melbourne. That'll be a fair game too, wouldn't it?
Great game.
Fair
They're a
game.
smoky Melbourne.
Yeah. That's through the middle.
Gets them higher, doesn't it?
He's kicked 3. Just when the game's broken open a bit, he's kicked the goals, hasn't he? He kicked some points earlier, as we talked about, but all you can do is present yourself no matter what stage of the game, and he's certainly got something to play for. And a game next week at the MCG, I'd reckon, against Melbourne would be something worth watching.
Camporelli 4, Favola 3 of Carlton's 18. Allen wins it again. He was looking for Franchina, but it's taken by Dragicevic to the outer side, only as far as Fletcher. Gets the hand pass away towards Hickmont. Back again to Fletcher as they're running it down in towards half forward. Standing his ground and just take it almost casually as Brendan Favola, and David Burke says, oh my hat. He's going to have another shot.
Great use of the body there. Just sensed and felt, and really brushed him off easily.
The last kick of the day. Favola will take it. He can finish the game with 4 goals. He's directly in front from 48 metres, and he's finished in a blaze of glory. So Richmond's season has come to an end. They missed the final 8 by 4.68%. And Carlton standing by for a big finals campaign. 1911, 125 have belted Richmond. 7-10, 52 as we go down to Dipper.
Good on you, Sandy. I've caught him. I finally caught him after 6 bounces. Just take us through that magnificent goal. Simon Beaumont, of course.
Yeah, I guess the kick just came in board. I was lucky enough to be there at the right time, and everyone was pushed up, so there was nothing in front of me.
Yeah, there's nothing in front of you. Just kept going there. He's just made it, apparently.
I was so stuffed after the run, I could barely get the leg up to kick it, so it just snuck in. So.
One important win too, because you've had 3 losses, so going to the finals now.
Yeah, no, it was a terrific win for the boys. Gives us a bit of confidence for our first final next week, so we're looking forward to it.
You finished second. It's been a terrific season with some new players, and yourself finding some great form this year.
Yeah, I think all the young guys have stepped up a bit this year, which when the senior players have been up to their normal standard, but it's younger guys who have had to take the step up, and I guess we've done that a bit this year.
Well, it's a great 4 weeks ahead of you. Good luck.
Thanks, Steve. Cheers.
Yes, what a goal from Simon Beaumont. Just repeating that Richmond missing out by a percentage of 4.68 and, of course, 4 premiership points. Carlton will get ready for Melbourne. Richmond will get ready for 2001. Repeating the final score, Carlton 1911, 125. Too good for the Tigers. 7 goals, 10, 52.